the confrontation between the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS, and junta states may have just escalated. There are reportedly thousands of recorded deaths as a result of the back and forth between the two parties, and Burkina Faso blames ECOWAS. This has resulted in a grievance which was expounded on during a speech by military commander Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The junta states in West Africa, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, and the regional bloc ECOWAS have been at odds, occasionally throwing jabs at each other. While ECOWAS has been imposing economic sanctions on these countries, Burkina Faso, along with other junta governments, has decided to opt out of the regional bloc. However, considering the recent remarks in a speech given by the junta head of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, ECOWAS actions have led terrible repercussions. A tweet by journalist SY Marcos Avi Traoré showed that Burkina Faso junta leader Captain Ibrahim Traoré owes ECOWAS, particularly its head, Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, responsible for the death of thousands of Nigerians. During Captain Ibrahim Traoré's speech, he maintained that the sanctions imposed on the people of Niger by ECOWAS have led to the death of thousands of its citizens. He noted that this, however, has taken away the fighting spirits of Nigerian people. Do you think there are weak men who are in Niger? There are fighters over there. The Nigerian army is warlike. They have been fighting for years. It is not an army of parade or a peacekeeping army. And the armies of the AES decided to unite, Captain Ibrahim Traoré said. He also maintained that they are prepared to take on the ECOWAS forces that had been chartered to be on standby. He said, we are waiting for that standby for force, which is ECOWAS. Thousands of Nigerians died in their hospital beds because of lack of electricity or lack of medicine. It is a crime. They are responsible for these actions, and they are responsible for this whole thing happening and people losing their lives. Okay. I don't know, because I said it recently is because of maybe because of this threat that made Tinubu to quickly all the sanctions put on these people. He tried to reverse it, and I say, what is going on? What is going on? And people say, oh, all this initial grab by the Tinubu led ECOWAS, where did it result to? It resulted to nothing. Why is Nigeria fighting a proxy war for the West Europeans and Americans? Nigeria, you need to do what these 7 African countries are doing if you want real freedom. President Ibrahim is very correct. ECOWAS is not, and will not, as far as the waste maintenance control of some of our member states. Nigeria, who claims to be the leader, is still under the management of the same waste. And Nigeria has never obeyed any order or judgments of the same ECOWAS. How can ECOWAS stand when none of the main reasons of our foundation is in place, but all being hijacked by the West? Dissolution is the only option, or resolution is the only option, or revolution is the only option. As far Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, stand your ground. But the situation of all these countries are still better than Nigeria condition by far. Why are we fooling ourselves? Nigeria should cover our face with shame. Some people commenting here show that their levels of understanding or of common sense. This man is playing with fire. A second lieutenant in the Nigerian army is more experienced than you. Okay? We pray for your light to liberate Nigeria from the ramshackle and depressive state we are plunged into by extraordinary corrupt and profligate rulers, politicians. In Africa, when someone fail to progress in life, the person must blame others for his failure. Okay? Are you tired of life? Why can't you invent your own light? Why say complaining if Nigerian or ECOWAS are nothing? Please leave our president out of your greeds. You are the killer of your people. Remember, you are just a captain running your mouth against a field marshal. Go and ask help from those that are misleading you. You didn't even welcome wisdom. Just follow. If Nigeria leaders are been serious in the ways and manners the country has been led all along, we Taure, no matter who is behind or supporting him, have the guts to be threatening Nigeria. In Yoruba, as it says, whosoever puts belts of maize or corns on his waist automatically become a playmate or foul. The question is that the issue of this light of a thing. You think they're just giving the Niger Republic light. There's an agreement, and the agreement is as a result of what Nigeria is going to benefit from that. And a lot of people have want Tinubu not to involve Nigeria in the war of these Western countries and the France, because it's going to work against us. Because it is not just because Nigeria wanted to just give them electricity, that is why they gave them. There's a condition and there's something we are gaining, and by the time, if that has not been restored by now, he's going to cost us a lot. For those of you who are just commenting without knowing the real cause of all this whole thing. So are you saying the way France has been dealing with this Niger Republic and other West African countries, they are even dealing with us? The Western ones are dealing with us. So that is how it ought to go. No, that is not how it ought to go. And that is why you see that a lot of people are so reluctant, even with the way politicians are dealing with the masses here. Before we talk about the outsiders. Come on, why are you issuing warning to Tinubu? Is he the owner of Nigeria? See, don't chew what you cannot swallow. Leave Nigeria with their problem. Don't allow them to face your direction. Really? Face their direction with what? Now don't you face all the politicians that are making life uncomfortable for you here. They wish that Nigeria. Burkina Faso, okay. A threat to Nigeria that you are asking with what Nigeria will use to face them. Despite all setbacks taking place in Nigeria, there's no way you can compare a goat with a cow. Burkina Faso, in every ramification, is too small to be a match to Nigeria, really. And ordinary Boko Haram and bandits, you cannot even deal with them. I don't understand. One day, the Nigerian government will be toppled by the military. Just mark my word. So, guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.